First quarterback in the NFL, Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how to say his last name, but Tua, the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, which is the worst team, worst organization in NFL history, calls out his Dolphin teammates after a tough loss to the Chargers. You feel me? Listen, the only quarterback in the NFL that is worse than Tua is the quarterback that just got the starter position for the Cleveland Browns. The fact that that bozo, that bum, is starting over Shedeur Sanders, who was one of the top quarterbacks in college football last year, you feel me? The fact that that dude is starting over Shedeur, that just goes to show what the NFL is all about. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that guy, Tua is by far the worst quarterback in the NFL. This man don't even know how to dive properly. Like, instead of diving, like sliding to avoid getting hit, this man dives head first into defenders to try to cause another, what do you call it? What do you call it when you hit your head really hard, y'all? I forgot the name. Concussion, right? I think Tua has the most concussions in NFL history, and a lot of the concussions that he has suffered is because of himself. Just like I said, him not knowing how to slide to avoid getting hit by the defender. Like, he actually dives head first into defenders and causes concussions on himself, right? So anyway, let's get into this article, y'all. It says Tua's frustrations with the Miami Dolphins performances through 6 weeks of the 2025 NFL season appeared to boil over following a 29-27 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, guys, this same Dolphins team, when they played last week, it was the same thing. They were up 17 points to 0, and the team came back and beat the Dolphins. So this is the second week in a row that the Dolphins have lost a close game that they should have won. And I'm starting to think that they're losing games on purpose, right? Maybe they're trying to get the number one pick in the NFL draft next year, and I think that actually is a good idea. But as long as Tua's the quarterback, as long as the Dolphins keep the same owner, right? As long as they keep the same owner, whoever owns the Dolphins, this team is never going to win anything, okay? They've been trash since I was a kid, all right? Your boy I'm pushing 30 now, right? I'm about to be 30 soon, y'all. About to be 30 soon. And the Dolphins have sucked since before I was born, right? Anyway, Tua said he was shocked with the latest losses and asked how the team will avoid trying to take a woe is me attitude through the next few games. He suggested that other members of the team must start pulling their weight and doing the little things. Well, I think it starts with the leadership and helping articulate that helping articulate that for the guys. And then what we're expecting out of the guys, he said. We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late. Guys not showing up to player-only meetings. There was a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make that mandatory? Do we not have to make that mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up. It starts with the little things like that. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel was asked about Tua's revelation. Player-led meetings are extra things outside of what I demand, McDaniel said. We've been very accountable to me. It sounds like there was something on his mind with regard to the specific meetings with a couple of individuals that he was trying to get corrected with by being direct with communication. I think that's the only way to lead. As far as where we've beat as a program, I think we've opened the air on all of that. And it's very clear how we hold people accountable and what's non-negotiable with all those things. Clearly, he's sending a message, but from my standpoint, everything that I've asked of the guys, they have delivered on, and so I'm sure whomever he's talking to, they'll deliver as well, as he's a direct communicator with his teammates. The Waller score put the Dolphins up 27-26 before the Chargers got a big kick return and were able to make the plays to set up Cameron Dicker, for the eventual game-winning field goal. Guys, listen. The fact that Tua is a starting quarterback in the NFL is criminal, okay? Tua is not a good quarterback, okay? The Dolphins went out and got one of the best receivers in the NFL, Tyreek Hill. And Tua has been unable to properly utilize Tyreek Hill because Tua does not know how to throw the ball accurately when he's throwing it far, right? He's decent at throwing, short passes, but when it comes to throwing far passes that can lead to, touchdowns, Tua, either underthrows or overthrows. And he also gets hit too much. You feel me? He gets hit too much. You feel me? He's just not a good quarterback. And the Miami Dolphins, they need to just clear out the whole team. You need to get rid of the quarterback, get rid of the head coach, get rid of the owner, sell the team, and just start completely fresh. As a matter of fact, I think the Dolphins should change their name, come up with a new team name, come up with a new uniform. Just start fresh, bro, because it's obvious that there's some type of curse that is on this Miami Dolphins organization. Dan Marino, one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, could not win a Super Bowl with the Miami Dolphins. There's nothing else to say, okay? This team just needs to start from scratch and just start all over, bro. There's no way Mike McDaniels is going to finish this season as the Dolphins head coach. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets fired before this weekend. And at some point, you have to bench Tua, bro. Like, who is the Miami Dolphins backup quarterback? Let me look that up real quick, y'all. Because the Dolphins might as well go ahead and try to make a trade for Russell Wilson, because he's a better quarterback than Tua. Let me see who the backup quarterback is, y'all. The backup quarterback is Zach Wilson. He signed to a 1-year contract in March. I've never heard of Zach Wilson. I'm not a hardcore football fan, but Zach Wilson is 26 years old. He was drafted in the 2021 NFL draft. Guys, Zach Wilson was the second overall pick in the first round of the 2021 NFL draft. Why is Zach Wilson not the starting quarterback for the Dolphins? You got to give this guy a chance. He's got to be better than Tua. I see that he spent 2 years with the New York Jets. He was on the Denver Broncos last season, and now he's on the Dolphins. Give this kid a chance, man. Give Zach Wilson a chance, man. Anything is better than Tua, man. So, with that being said, man, let me know what you guys think about this video. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. The Miami Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. They're the worst organization in the NFL. And they have the worst starting quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This team just sucks, bro. Shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They did lose this past weekend. Yesterday they lost. That's currently my team right now. But shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Baker Mayfield is by far the MVP of the NFL right now, man. Boy, has he turned his career around since leaving the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to make a video about him as soon as I get done uploading this one. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you follow your boy. Thumbs up the video. Leave a comment. I appreciate everybody that be supporting your boy, man. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. I'm out.